Now, Tiger fans, I don't often get little notes slipped across my desk, by the way, of some information when it comes to draft stuff. But when I do, it's worth making a video about. Now, it's not in relation to our top 2 picks. We kind of all know the players that are roughly around who we're going to be selecting there. This is in relation to our pick in the 30s, what is currently pick 38, that will come in a few picks on the night and be pick 32, 33, 34, whatever it might look like. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, I guess the other day we were linked to Leon Kickett from the Herald Sun. There's obviously players going to be like Riley Onley, maybe a Matt Leray, Fred Rodriguez could be available as well. But the name that has slid across my desk is someone that we have apparently expressed some interest in and spoken to, and could be one of the names on our board. So a bit of a watch this space is Sam Allen from the Oakleigh Chargers. So Sam Allen, funnily enough, is another wingman, and I'm actually really digging Sam Allen as a player of interest to take at this pick. I think he would be a brilliant get. I might have said that in most videos, but this one I think takes the cake. If I'm honestly to pick one player at pick 38, assuming we get Louis Callaway for free afterwards, of course, if I'm picking one player at 38, I'm picking Sam Allen. So we'll go through some of his information, and I'll roll some footage over the top as well of some highlights. So Sam Allen, this is from the Rookie Me website. An athletic inside-outside midfielder whose running capacity and vertical leap set him apart. If there are players who come built in with AFL traits, Sam Allen is one of them. The Oakleigh Chargers prospect came into his top-age season with plenty of promise, but ultimately only managed 7 competitive games before it was cut short by an ACL injury. I know that can scare some people. It's a bit of a Taj Houghton 2.0. So he did play, I think, 3 games for the Chargers, then a few games in the APS. I think it's for Scotch College it might have been. So, yeah, not a full year of football, but he did enough to impress. I'll continue on. Still, what he showed was enough to warrant so he was still warranted selection at the National Combine, despite everyone knowing he couldn't test. But they wanted him there to be able to chat to him and interview. So I think that's a really good sign. From a testing perspective, though, he took part in the Coates pre-season testing, which we've spoken about on a few other videos. In the pre-season testing, he did a running vertical jump, wait for it, of 101 centimetres, which was the best nationwide, which would have taken out any of the awards at the Combine. He had a sub 6 minute 22 kilometre time trial, and he also had a sub 3 second 20 metre sprint. So when you talk about the blend of athletic profile that the modern day footballers are all about, this guy has it in spades, and has a good vertical leap to go with it, and runs the wings all day. So Allen had impressed earlier in the pre-season fitness testing with all of those results. Allen was part of the Vic Metro Hub too, and obviously he was looking forward to stamping his claim on the wing, but injury, didn't allow him to do that, unfortunately. Looking at the analysis, strengths, athleticism, competitiveness, leadership. So I believe he was their vice captain for Oakleigh Chargers. Overhead marking, running capacity and versatility, improvements, midfield craft and strength. So we're talking to Jonty Ralsmith tonight. Now this video is probably going to go out a few days after, so a couple of nights ago now. And he was talking about Sam Allen as well when talking about this pick 38. And he had mentioned that with the people at Oakleigh that he had spoken to, that the plan was to integrate Sam Allen through their midfield a lot more throughout the year to give him some more exposure there. But unfortunately, the knee injury prevented that. And the reason why he's maybe touted a little bit lower in the draft is because they probably just haven't seen enough of his contested work yet from a midfielder perspective. They know he can run the wings all day. He'll run up and down all day, do all of that. Like I said, the capacity, overhead marking, competitiveness, good skills. So he ticks all those boxes. It was just a little bit of the unknown on the midfield craft. So it says here, it's little wonder that Allen has found a home on the wing, given his endless running tank, which, I mean, for Richmond, that's a massive tick. He would have to be one of, if not the best 2K time trial runners at the National Draft Combine had he competed. So there's a strong belief that he would have knocked Jack Dalton off top spot had he been able to run at the Combine. So that's an impressive stat, and really adds to the strong reasoning as to why we should seriously consider this kid. Strong work rate out on the field. He's a bit of a roamer of sorts. Allen can drive the ball forward or sneak into a dangerous spot while spreading ahead of the ball to find scoring opportunities. Alan's aerobic underpinnings are part of the reason why he's so versatile. He was looking to explore the midfield craft. Looking at some of his stats across the season, so in 2025, like I said, he played the 3 Coates games and he averaged 21.3 disposals, 3.3 marks, 2.7 tackles, and 1.3 goals per game. So he's ticking a lot of boxes in a lot of different stat categories. With the defensive side of his game, can hit the scoreboard, can take a mark, and can run all day. Alan still has a way to go in the recovery process for what was his first major injury. Alan is a great competitor. His toughness and work rate set terrific examples for his teammates, and it's why he's been held in such high regard in leadership roles, which, again, Richmond love the leadership traits. A lot of clubs do, but I think we gravitate towards those players more, don't we? Off the field and during his ACL rehabilitation, Alan displayed resilience and drive to come back even stronger. Drawing inspiration from the likes of Will Ashcroft and Bailey Smith has certainly helped in that regard. So there's a bit of a rundown of Sam Allen. I know I've said it on a couple of other videos, but you cannot help but be impressed by this man. And if it was me personally making the selection, he would be number 1 on my list. I would have him ahead of Pickett. I would have him ahead of Rodriguez, ahead of Matt LeRae, anyone else like that. I just think from an athletic profile, that is blowing everybody out of the water. It's exactly what we need to play in a wing role. And again, we're not in a rush. We don't necessarily need him to play in 2026. Although it would be lovely, of course, you might see him in the back half of the year similar to Taj. But if we didn't, that's okay. We'd probably see him, ready to go for 2027. So there's the rundown of Sam Allen. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Would you be happy to take him? Does he seem like a player that fits our build? I'm sold. I'm 100% sold, but keen to hear all of your thoughts. Draft night's going to be fascinating. Make sure you tune in on draft night. We'll be live on the 19th of November. And if you are into the draft side of things, there's a link in the description below for the Google form sheet where you can enter the competition. You've just got to try and predict who the first 2 players that we'll select will be and fill out some details as well. And the winner of the night will get a big prize thanks to a sponsor who's jumping on for that show. So make sure you get involved in that competition. But otherwise, until the next one, go TICKS.